What are the words you should never use in the cabin of a commercial aircraft? Well, a fellow passenger used one of those words and I had a 4-hour delay. Watch this video to find out more. First things first, my apologies for not making an aviation themed video for the past few weeks. I've been really caught up with a lot of stuff going on with hashtag Kushan Drives. Do watch my automotive videos. There's a lot of cool stuff over there as well. But back to this. I was flying back from Mumbai on May the 22nd on UK 996. That's a 6:30 flight from Mumbai to Delhi. Standard flight. In fact, my wife was also on that flight. She was coming back from Mumbai for some work as well. I'd finished my event. We got to the airport. In fact, we had some luggage. We checked in, and that's why I got a paper boarding pass. One of the rare times I actually get a paper boarding pass. Got to our gate. It's gate 87A, which is one of the last gates in Mumbai. It's a long walk, but arrivals, it's actually quite convenient. Anyway, long story short, boarded the aircraft. It's about running 10 minutes late. The captain comes on the PA. I'm sitting in the exit row seat. I've been briefed by the stewardess saying, this is what you do when you get an emergency, right? And the captain comes on board, apologizes for the 10-minute delay. It was Victor Tango, November Foxtrot, one of the older A320neos, which didn't have a USB charging point in the seats, which actually became relevant later on. And we were supposed to push back. But then I looked out of my window, sitting on seat 10A, if I recall correctly, and I noticed the jet bridge hasn't pulled away from the aircraft. I noticed a bit of commotion up front. Nothing doing. I've got my headphones plugged in. Carrying on. Then suddenly the captain comes on and says there was a disruptive passenger who had been off-boarded. We saw nothing in the economy cabin. Nobody saw anything. Nobody knew what the hell had happened. And we're sitting at the back of the aircraft. My wife is actually sitting a few rows away from me because we were in separate PNRs and she couldn't get the exit row. And she wanted an aisle seat, by the way. I had the window. And, what's going on? Nothing, nobody. So, disruptive passenger, they're going to come in and, scan the overhead bins and all the luggage. So, we had to reconcile all the cabin baggage. Okay. They came in, I identified my knapsack, all cool. But then it turned out our friend up front had used one of those words you're never supposed to say on board a plane. It was the H word. You should never use the B word either. You can, however, use the F word quite openly on an aircraft and you won't get deplaned. You can be disruptive, of course. And I please urge you to never insult your fellow passengers or the cabin or cockpit crew. But using the F word is make you disruptive. It won't get you deboarded necessarily. I mean, you can say it. You can say the MF word also, I guess. But the H word and the B word are definite no-nos on board an aircraft. And our fellow passenger had apparently used the H word. This is something I would learn the very next day when he got back to Delhi and the story came out in the media. So by then, this time when our luggage had been scanned by the Vistara staff, we learned that we had about an hour late. The 7:45 Vistara departure had boarded the gate right next to us. I could see it next to me. The plane had come in and pushed back and gone. I said, oh God, I should have been on that flight. In fact, I knew some guys on that very flight. Anyway, then we learned that the CISF wanted to scan the baggage again. So everything had to be taken out of the plane. All the luggage that was on board because our friend had used the H word. So you had to make sure what had happened. Were there any other explosives on board the plane or anything like that? So all our luggage was taken off. We were asked to deplane. We went through arrivals, went back upstairs, and then we learned that because those who had digital boarding passes, either Apple Wallet or scan of their boarding pass on their phone, had to then do something else to get a new boarding pass to go through security again because we had to be re-verified. Thankfully, my wife and I both had paper boarding passes so we could go through. By this time, it was getting quite late. To be fair to Vistara, and very honestly, they handled everything very well. The captain was very communicative with us. He told us everything happened. The cabin crew did a great job. And to be very honest, the passengers were also very, very calm. I've never seen a more calm group of passengers. Maybe it was a mainly business crowd going back from Mumbai to Delhi. Guys who fly 30, 40, 50 times a year, bare minimum. So they were all very calm about it. Plus, it was the end of day flight. No, if it was a morning flight, if it was the 6:30 a.m. flight and you got this 4-hour delay and missed your meetings, I'm assuming you would be angry. I would be angrier for sure. My wife and I were a bit bummed because, we'd be late now. As a result, we thought we'd get back at 8:30 and spend some time with our toddler. But okay, it is what it is. Everybody is very calm. I didn't take videos of this. I did do a small video, as you can see over here. But the other reason I do videos is because the gate area was full of a lot of armed CISF personnel. There were a lot of dogs as well. They ran sniffer dogs through the aircraft. I learned Cocker Spaniels. I used quite a bit as bomb sniffing dogs. And we boarded the plane. Eventually we pushed back. Instead of 6:30, it was past 10 p.m. I think 10:15 when we pushed back, just before a 4-hour delay. And we got back to Delhi around just after 12 at night. It was very, very late, 4 hours late. Not a pleasant way to spend flight, but every time's a new experience, right? I mean, everybody was laughing about it and nobody really made a fuss about it. Could have been a lot worse. Could have been a genuine H incident or a B incident or whatever it is. But yeah, something I'll remember for the rest of my life. And I really hope I don't have to go through it again. Thank you so much for watching.